haven't seen my family in a while, but... Operations does good work.
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for in a SysDef operative.
Starting a firefight on SY-920 would have been an inappropriate course of action. We favored the quiet approach.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. That all depends on what you brought back from your mission. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment, I'm far more concerned about the comm spike.
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. You've already come this far, which makes you the most resourceful operative in SysDef's history.
If we move in and attack the fleet now, we might not have the resources to bring them down. In addition, they're holding all the tech you need to get to Crix's legacy, so the smartest move is to let you get to it and then bring it to us.
I'm confident that once Crix's legacy is in our possession, we'll get the support we need from my superiors to take the fleet down. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report.
Remember to turn in any evidence fragments you find. Two reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and... we'll be here if you need us.
Word is you had to steal classified tech. Pleasant change of scenery.
Hello.
have an important personal decision to make. Phew, thank you. So, before I was with the Navigator Corps, I was career military. When the colony war broke out, I was Well, the position didn't... There was a particularly bloody battle. We were fighting over a world and we lost 12 ships that day. With hundreds of lives lost on both sides, I'd argue there were no winners at all. The ship was barely intact. The captain and first mate done. A shrewd captain would have called for the crew to abandon ship. But I believe you. But you haven't heard the worst of this. We fought for hours, but the damage was fatal. I gave the order to abandon ship. As the shuttle launched, I could see it was damaged. I heard screams before the radio cut. And last thing I saw, they were spiraling helplessly towards the planet's surface. There was nothing I could do. Thank you. But condolences can't reverse what I've done. I was caught up in the moment. An inexperienced captain making rash decisions that cost people their lives. Try telling that to their loved ones. When the dust settled, the United Colonies gave me a medal. Can you believe that? A damn medal. I never even had a chance to find the shuttle wreckage and give my crew a proper burial. Bad luck. Remember when you said no one but me would have pushed harder to keep the Navigator Corps going? Well, this time, don't you get it? Everything I do, everything. That's why I'm worried about... After everything you've heard, all my stories, no one's ever cared about me this much. Not You know, I've spent a lot of time thinking about... I practiced what I was going to say when the moment was right, and now that it's here, my mind's gone blank. Look, you deserve the best. Someone who can give them... I hope you'll forgive me for pushing you away. I just need... Looks like some sort of checkpoint ahead. It's probably to see that shroud covering me on. Believe it or not, you're looking at the only city in the settled systems that powers itself from lightning.
Scientifically speaking, terraforming is a more important advancement than space travel.
Well, with all signs pointing to the Astral Lounge.
Calf out there, buddy.
Sauvages. Nice.
Look, I ain't gonna stand around here all day, right? One stop or not.
Hey there.
You looking to get zoned?
Think this stuff falls from the sky?
Look, I've bought Aurora on the street.
Oh, it's not an act. If you're looking to score some Aurora, we can talk later. But for now, since you're clearly the rook that Delgado sent, let's talk business. Save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously. And I'm getting tired of the fleet not taking me seriously. I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
The few times I've dealt with Benjamin Bayou in the past have been rather unpleasant, to say the least.
All right, I get the point. Let's just get this over with. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly. I'm talking about Generdyne's main power plant for Neon. All their cushy offices might be up in the trade tower, but the nuts and bolts of their operation are running beneath the city. Love the confidence. But before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it. Well, look at you. You're smarter than I... Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brayson Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own. Oh no. Are you scared, little rabbit? Well, don't worry. Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place. The catch is that Komiko's having a little fling with Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astro Lounge so we can celebrate. Not much to tell, really. Thanks to their nifty little conduction grid, they're able to provide power for the entirety of Neon. Damn thing was supposed to be some kind of miracle invention, turning lightning into usable electricity. Neat trick, right? Only catch is that you need a planet like Voli where lightning strikes often enough to make it feasible. Guess how many of those exist? Ding! If you said 0, you're absolutely correct. So you're not the only one. The only reason they haven't folded is because they charge exorbitant fees for power. I'm talking 2 or 3 times what it costs. Okay, now, on to round 2 of our little game. Guess who has a major stake in Generdyne? Ooh, not even close. It's good old Benny Bayou. That son of a bitch has a finger in every single pie in the sorry excuse for a city. Generdyne, how the hell do you think Brayson Bayou got the job down there? It wasn't because of his good look. Just grab that tech and plant the virus. Should be a cinch.
This place is like my second home.
Whoa. Bad part of town, buddy. I'm gonna do you a favor. Head back to Bayou Plaza before the disciples get you. We gotta look out for each other, right? Us crate rats used to think the Ebbside strikers were awful. with all the muggings and shakedowns, but not. Kinda wish they weren't just holed up in Madame Sauvage's. Well, you'll find them at Madame Sauvage's. They're always holding auditions, as they call it. So, being so helpful, chance for a donation, what with the disciples and all. Hey, thanks. Look, I mean...
Why did you drag me in here?
You said you wanted to buy...
I've heard. That Benjamin Bayou has a private penthouse at the top of the tower.
Yeah, what? Is this important? I'm really busy right now. Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour, we shut... Well, like I said, it's shut down. Had to cut the entire... Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you. I'm afraid that things aren't... I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get... The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, we haven't developed it. At this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development division. You'd think that, right? The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up the R&D division. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems. Isn't it obvious? Administrator Bayou clearly leaned on Ms. Komiko to get his brother hired. None whatsoever. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on, but I'm willing to take a chance. I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't know if he can be trusted. What do you think I should do? It describes my aggravation with how badly Brayson Bayou is running the Research and Development Division. I'm also including a list of all the failed experiments he's greenlit, and how much they've cost Generdyne as proof of his incompetence. I'm praying someone as financially successful as Administrator Bayou might be able to put aside his ego and look at this from a business perspective. You know what? You're absolutely right. I can't allow Hey, look, thanks for helping me out. If there's anything else you need, any questions at all, feel free to ask. As long as it doesn't get me into serious trouble, ask away. Whoa. Okay, that's crossing the line. I can't discuss company matters like this. I hope I can trust you. Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me, but I know she's up to something with Benjamin Bayou. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed out the door. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her meetings in her safe. And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Just don't tell anyone I helped, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of the corruption that's... People around here spend half their lives terrified about being backstabbed, and spend the rest... Something rotten is going on in this company. Thanks for taking the time to talk.
Can't talk, I've got a deadline coming up. You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
What? I'm working here.
Have you tried one of our advanced celery?
Please, make yourself comfortable. I can offer you a drink, or perhaps you're here seeking access to our members' lounge, where you can... No, no, not this again. You people should leave her alone. What do you want? Yeah, sure. Tell me another one. You debt collectors are low-life assholes. She's broke, okay? Now get out of my club before I get really pissed off and have you thrown into the street.
No, really? I'd like to see you try.
The Crimson Fleet? Oh my, I'm sorry. I had no idea. I didn't mean anything by it, really. Sorry, well, I worry about her. Ayumi owes a lot of money around town. I'm trying to help her out. If you want to talk to her, you can find her in the members' lounge. Of course, access to the lounge is going to cost you. And I'm not changing my mind about that. Excellent. Then here is your access key. Please let us know if anything in the lounge interferes with your comfort. Of course, I recommend our house specialty, the Chimera. It's a unique triple layer. It consists of mild cold soju on the top. The initial mildness of Chimera slowly warms the senses. This sweetness braces the palate for the impact of the much stronger, robust finish. Enjoy your drinks.
Love the vibe of this place.
Yeah. What do you want? You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way anyone sober would say something like that. How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that somewhere else. Here, take this pass. It should get you through the storage room entry to the facility. I'm warning you though, once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high security zone. That means they shoot on sight. Good luck. You're going to need it. I suppose if I don't explain, a copy of that recording you found might end. A few years back, the previous CEO of Generdyne went missing. As the COO, instead, Bayu muscled his way into the company and gave me an ultimatum. Either back up his bullshit. I had no choice. But I decided right then and there, if that meant seducing Bayu to tip him off balance, then so be it. More than you can possibly. Micah is the only person in this godforsaken city that... She doesn't want money, doesn't use me for influence or as a stepping stone to get ahead. She loves... And when this stupid bullshit is over, and Bayu is 10 fathoms deep underneath... If you get caught in Generdyne, that's on you. Good luck.
Yeah, I know this place.
Oh, it smells horrible down here. Oh, how can these workers stand the smell of rotten fish and goodness knows what else? be a lot of valuable tech disappearing from Generdyne to justify all the scrutiny of their own employees.
Freeze! Don't shoot. If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. There's no need for all this violence. Look, there's no need to be angry with me. I'm on your side. I'm not trying to trick you. You want the cipher? It's yours. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves everything he's... I think you could safely say that most of Neon would agree. You know, I've spent my entire... Everything always works out for him, while I've been bouncing from one job to the next, barely keeping afloat. And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his stupid brother.
Tyrants like your brother eventually fall. It's inevitable.
Yeah, that would...
Indeed. The only real harm you can do to Benjamin Bayou is through his...
You know what? I am sick to death of being pushed around. It's my turn. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access to the cipher and whatever else you need. I'm getting out of here while I still can. After you're done, let's do it. Do me a favor and don't tell my brother we talked. He wouldn't like it.
From me.
Lucian keeps demanding we look into her husband's murder. Murder. Yeah, right. Hysterical.
Ah, there you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you installed into Generdyne systems. All too well. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite impressive. It will cost me tens of thousands of credits to remove. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capabilities for granted. Probably. But do you want to know why that's not going to happen? It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand commitments. No. For your kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first. Take whatever you want. Yes. I suppose I have become somewhat of a legend in the Freestar Collective. Look, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to make an offer. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive.
You make my skin crawl, Bayou.
My dear friend, You couldn't possibly offer me enough money to offset the embarrassment that this has caused. I'm afraid you'll just have to reveal your source. One of your own, I believe. Interesting. Well, unfortunately for Miss Vincent, she won't be joining us for the rest of her life.
Your lack of value for human life makes you a wretched excuse for a human being, Bayou.
So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be leaving our fair city. Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado my warmest regards.
Emerson, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Nice jump. We're right on target. Lack of love.
All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible. Russ, look around you. The only reason all these losers are here is to... When I feel like you've earned it, I'll stop calling you Rook. Oh, it's bad. Real bad. Delgado will fill you in with the details. Now get your ass to the repair bay. Go!